One of the things that bugs me more than anything is when you respond to my texts or my comments or whatever it may be, and then you block me from being able to respond. If you're right, then you shouldn't be worried about what I have to say. But it's funny. I've experienced this time and time again. It doesn't matter who it is. If you call them out on shit they're not doing right, then they have an issue with it. And it's strange because what I'm talking about is DAP, Dads Against Predators. And I've had this really interesting sort of relationship with that page since it began. I was one of the first supporters of the page. And at first, we were cool about things, but I noticed right off the bat that they were somewhat religious. And for me, if we're going to talk about the pedophile situation, we can only talk about it completely. You don't talk about the parts that you like and leave out the parts you don't like. And it just makes sense as to why. And this is what I brought up a few months ago, and why I've had a much harder time watching those videos anymore, is that they're allowed to exist. When you cross the line or when you do something you're not supposed to, YouTube will shut it down. And they recently just got their second strike, but if they weren't doing what the system wanted them to do, they wouldn't be allowed to. Just that simple. And at the end of the day, what are they doing? They're hopefully the people whose family members are associated with that person actually see it. And like I've said from the beginning, those guys need to be dead. You need to kill them. They need to kill themselves, whatever it may be. But pedophiles need to go. Rapists need to go. And it's funny. Like I've commented on several things on their page and this, that, and the other. But today, the dude posted something and said he was gonna pray about it. And I was like, and all I responded with, ha ha ha, pray. And it's funny because I've responded with lots of stuff. I've commented on lots of things. Dude never had anything to say. Always ignored my comments. But the one where I'm talking about, where I'm it's calling him out. Like there were multiple comments after that. One of which is, dude, I don't care what you have to say. I don't care about your opinion. And clearly you do. And I don't even think you do care about my opinion. I think I'm right. And because I'm right, and you're not quite there yet, you won't admit it. But I think that's where we keep running into issues and stuff like that, is like, of course, everybody wants to be the guy. Everybody wants to be the people focus on. But it's a strange thing, man. When you realize, I wonder if they realize they're allowed to exist. I wonder if they realize after, it's because of me they got their first strike. Because of my people going over there and reporting their shit. Not my people, but the trolls on my end. And if that doesn't wake you up, but again, you look at the comments on their thing, and you look at the people that come to their aid, and all people say, oh yeah, well, you're the type that thinks 13 and blah. Really? So I'm the guy that's saying we should focus in on the church and really the lawmakers, and let's stop focusing on like it's, you know what DAP does? DAP does the strategy, and all of them do, the strategy that the cops use, where you bust the person buying the weed, not the person selling it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're busting the people that are on the lowest end, the easiest to bust. Generally, they're retarded and shit like that. And you're not going after the higher ups, the churches, the like, wouldn't it be interesting if DAP were to fly around like they fly around all over the country? Wouldn't it be interesting if they flew around to all the different churches around that had some sort of accusation or something like that flying around, and tried to get in touch with those people and tried to talk to them about it and interviewed them and all that? Like, I'm not saying I don't think what DAP does is valuable. I just think they're allowed to do it.